Right, just a quick one this morning because I don't have a lot of time. I've got a busy day and I've got to nip out to Nottingham shortly. So I just wanted to, I've got a guitar in that's going back out again today. So I just wanted to do a quick video just as, like I video everything. I've always got to have that bit of, not so much evidence, but that recall, so to speak. It's because every guitar that comes into this place gets videoed. And it gets videoed before the work and after the work, so we know what's been done. Normally I video the work, but on this one, just because it's a straightforward setup, I decided not to video the work, and I ain't done the work yet. What I have done is, let me first show you the guitar. It's an absolute beauty of a guitar. The truss rod cover's off, and there you go. So Randy Rhoads TMG, is it TMG? Let me just have a look, I'll tell you what it is in a minute because it's on here. Randy Rhoads TMG, RRTMG Bluebirds. These retail is about 810 quid they are. It's light as a feather. It really, really is. It's beautiful. It's made in Indonesia. It's got EMG 8189 pickups, push-pull on the bridge I imagine there. Jumbo frets, blah blah, absolutely beautiful. Just come in for a standard setup or intermediate setup. We have noticed our beautiful ebony fingerboard, which we all love and like, which hopefully we're going to see more of in the future. Now there's all the hoo-ha with rosewood, but this, I've marked a couple of frets here. Reason being, there's a little dink. I don't think you can see it. There's a little dink in there in the ebony, and what I'm going to do is, it's just like a scratch, like a thumbnail scratch. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to get some steam in there. I'm going to go in. What I've done to this already, by the way, it's got the old strings on, so I've already set it up, set the action, set the pickups, reset the neck, check the nut action, and I've done, with the old strings on, I've set the intonation and the action on the bridge there. So now all I've really got to do is I've got to take these strings off. I can have a go, I can steam the section of fretboard I need to do to bring that old, lift all the fibres back in, and I can polish the frets, get the strings back on, and it's ready to go because the lad's coming tonight. So that's what I'm going to do with that. Now what I'm going to do is, where it gets to the, there's a tie net. I wonder if I bring that camera around, you'll see that scratch. Bear with me 1 second, I'm going to turn the camera off, I'm going to bring it around, I'm going to turn it back on, and we're going to see if I can show you where that scratch is. Can you see it? It's just, is it here? It's just in here. I'm going to move the camera around to see if you can see it. There you can see it's a little groove in there, tiny little groove. I'm going to get a damp piece of cloth on there, or a damp piece of felt, thick felt, and I'm going to go across it with soldering iron stem and just steam that out. See if we can get rid of that. So I don't know if you can actually see that little bit in there. It stands out from this angle. The thing is, I've got the camera right in front of the window, and you can't, it's not really standing out. You can see it here. It's so tiny, but it's just enough where he can feel it with his finger. Now, also notice there's a couple of these frets have been levelled before because there's a couple of grooves in the edge of these frets. And what I'll do is, I'm going to bring the camera over, or I'm going to bring the camera over here. And I'm just going to show. I don't even know if it's going to pick them up because we're right in front of the window. But let's try and get lucky with it here. Now, that's the one with the scratch. See the scratch now? You can see it clearly there. Look. And then you look at the side of these frets here. There's a scratch going that way. There's a scratch going that way. On these frets, there's the scratch we need to get out. And you've also got them coming up this way at the side of the frets there. You see them? You just see them as I move that camera about. I'm just doing this to show that I've not done them, because they're normally done, I know what they're done with, I know how they're done. They're done when you're filing the crown back on the frets, so someone's had a go at this before. So this is probably been set up in the shop like this, and that's why you've got little lines down by the side of the frets. So anyway, this is just to cover me. You know I video everything. If I ever find any knocks on a guitar, before I work on it, I try to get them all on film. That was a big deep whelp on this fret here as well, a little groove in there. I always try to get everything on film. There's a couple of tiny scratches on the body, nothing to worry about. Reason being, I had one accident one time on a client's guitar where I dinged the body myself, and I ended up getting it repaired, and I had to take it down to Nigel Roberts down at leicesterluthier.co.uk down in Thringston there, and I drove up there, and he fixed it for me, and it cost me with petrol, and that cost me 170 quid, all for a £60 setup. So you know, this is in line with what I sell on my website. You see, I don't tell lies, everything I do is videoed, and that's it, and that's the way it works. So what I'm going to do with this guitar is, next job for me now is to remove these strings, and I'll have a go at getting them dings out, not dings, them little scratches in the fretboard there. I mean, it's not going to make that much of a difference to playing, but if we can steam a bit of it out and get it all nice without lifting any frets out, melting the glue, Bob's your uncle. We're laughing, aren't we? So I'll get back with another update on this guitar later. Talk to you soon. Right, back with this Randy Rhoads MTG or whatever it is. I'm going to show you how I steam a groove or a slot or a scrape or a scratch in a fingerboard. And to do that, I'm going to point the camera down to the guitar just so you can get an idea where we're at. I think we're good right there. Now, I don't know if you can see this, I've already mainly steamed it out. The groove in the neck is right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in, see how close we can get there. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a groove here, and it's arched that way, that kind of way, and it's right here at the end of my fingertip there. Can you see it? I don't know how the light is where you are, but how I get these things out, so I marked it with marker pen each side. What I do is I take a piece of rag or cloth or anything, and I wet it under the tap, or I take a piece of felt. In this case, got a piece of felt, and what I do is I'm going to place it over where I need to steam. And then what I do is, got a soldering iron, I've took the iron out, I'm just using the stem, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring, and I'm going to steam it. Listen. And you can hear that steaming and sizzling the wood. Okay, it's stuck to the iron there, we're not worried about that, get that off. But, there you go, that's more or less gone. Got a tiny bit left there, and all I'm going to do is just keep steaming it. Get a little piece of rag there, and watch this, you'll see the steam come off it. And I'll just keep steaming the same area. And all this is going to do is going to put steam in the wood. I meant to do this video a long time ago for Nigel Roberts here, because I did this kind of work on my Edwards Explorer a few years ago, or should I say a few months ago. But there you go. That scratch is all but gone. It's not lightened the ebony or anything. Once I get some oil in there and get that all cleaned up, it's going to be bang on. But I'm just going to keep just steaming, just applying a bit more heat. I could even go with the end here, get to where we want to be, just take the end of the iron. I'm going to just apply, get some steam right in where it needs to be. You're not going to damage anything doing this. If anything, you might melt a bit of the glue in the fret, just be careful, don't dob it right on the fret. But you need prolonged heat there to do that, so I'm going to see where I am, and there you go. That is now all but gone. You can't feel that. So back, just finishing off, I've got a little bit of wire wool, the best for finest grade 0000. Do a fret, bit of polish on there. There you go. That is more or less invisible. You could see a tiny trace of where it was. You're not going to get any better than that. It is completely repaired. It's going to be absolutely pleased as punch with that. So there you go. All I've got to do with this guitar now is I'm going to get on with the setup now. Get some strings on there. What I've just done with the wire wool, by the way, I'm going to go across all the frets and we'll do that. We'll get any gunk out of there. We'll get a bit of lemon oil. I say lemon oil, it's not really lemon oil, it's mineral oil. There's a lot of rumours going around lemon oil's bad for rosewood and bad for fretboards, bad for ebony and that. It's not, you see. If you use pure lemon oil, yeah, but it's not pure lemon oil. It's got the tiniest bit of lemon oil in there, if any lemon at all. It's actually mineral oil. These companies like Diodario, Dunlop, PV and that, who release this lemon oil, they know what they're doing. They've researched all this. We're not going to give you stuff that's going to damage your guitar. So that's it. Going to give the frets a polish, get the neck oiled, we'll get the strings back on, get it set up. Job will be a good one. I'm back later with an update. Right, I'm back with this Randy Rhoads MTG, wherever it is, the blue one. The reason I'm doing this, I've put a video on now, even though the guitar's not completely set up yet, is I was just setting it up and I was just stretching the strings, and lo and behold, that's why the truss covering's on yet, because I hadn't stretched the strings fully. The top E snapped. Now, why does the top E snap? I don't know. But I only ever get this with Diodarios. These things. And I know they're a proper legit pair because the guy got them from a reputable shop. And these strings piss me off because I get a lot of clients of mine always ask for Diodarios. And then stretching them, and I'm not overstretching them, they always go at the ball end. I find this is why I buy, there's a few reasons why I buy these strings, and I buy and recommend Rotor Sounds. 1, they're cheap. 2, they're British. Support British industry, support British companies. 3, you always get a spare toppy with Rotor Sound. So I've always got spares, another reason I buy them. Now what I'm going to do with this is, because that one's just snapped, is, that's a 10, I'm going to take a little bit of solder and I'm going to run a bit of solder across here, just so this ball end can't snap. And I'm going to do that right here, right now. Just got a little tiny bit of solder on there. In fact, I'll just get it just a bit on my soldering iron. Bear with, just take my word for it when I'm doing this. But yeah, Diodarios, I snap more Diodarios. I've got no idea why they snap. It's always the top E. People say you're overstretching them. Listen, I put no strain on that at all. I'm not overstretching them. I've been setting guitars up for years. Not overstretching them at all. It's just they've got a weak point on the top E. So I'm going to run a bit of solder over here. Shouldn't have to do this by rights, but at least we Rotor Sounds, you get a spare toppy. So this has knocked me back a few minutes. That's why I'm doing this video now, because it's gone 5 o'clock and the owner of this guitar is coming to pick it up at 5:30 and I might not have time to do another video. So there you go, got a bit of solder blobbed on there. I'm just going to burn that off. And that's it. I've run a bit of solder across there and I can put my string on. So I'm going to show you the guitar. Oh, bloody hot. Yeah, horse. So I'm going to show you the guitar, all set up, just in case I don't have time to come back to it when the owners come to pick it up. I'm just going to run a little bit more. I'm going to set up the truss rod, that's why truss rod covers off. I could do that while he's here, well, I've just got to wait around 5 minutes. I've got to get some wipe over yet, but what I have done is I've set the intonation, I've set the bridge height, I've set the neck according to how it should go on the truss rod, I've checked the action of a nut, which is fine. Intonation's done, like I said. I've set the heights of the pickups, tested the switches and the electrics, and I've gone round and I've tightened all these 10mm on the tuners there. So it's had an intermediate setup. I've had it plugged in, the battery's alright. I've also tightened up the strap holders there. So basically he's had an intermediate setup. I've not charged him any extra. Oh, and I'd steam that ding out on the 12th, 14th, between the 13th and 14th frets here. I steam that ding out. I've not charged him for that, just charged him for an intermediate setup. So he's happy with that. He was quite happy. I didn't charge him extra for doing that job there. But the thing is, it's been an easy guitar to set up. It's not been difficult. It's a lovely looking guitar. And that's it. So I'm going to wrap it up right here, right now. You can take my word for it. I'll get the truss rod cover on, get this last string on, get the truss rod all done right. We've got no buzz anywhere. Frets are all nice. They've had a polish as well. The neck's had a running or soaking in a clean with some mineral oil. Call it lemon oil, but it's mineral oil with a hint of lemon in there. It doesn't harm the wood at all. Nourishes it, cleans it. So that's it. So for this one, it's another one wrapped up. I'm Victor Christian from Christian Guitars and Fret Friend. You're looking for a good tech who's not going to rip you off, who's going to be honest, do your job, do his job, who's going to be honest, straight as a die. You know, give me a buzz. You know, I'm out here. I'm in Kirkby and Ashfield. I'm getting a good reputation for myself there. You know, and like I say, I'm straight as a die. Anyone that's used me, we're all returning customers. But anyway, that's it. I'm wrapping it up right here and now because I've got 15 minutes to get this guitar done. Blah, 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 blah. So until I see you next time, check out my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/NGONESEVEN, NG17. And check my YouTube page. I'm NG space 1 ONE space 7 SEVEN. Out on YouTube there. I've got my websites at christian-guitars.com and fretfriend.net. This is Victor Christian signing off till next time. Until I see you next time, be good to each other and I'll see you soon. Right, I didn't have time to come back because not long after I finished the last part of the last video, or part of a video, I got a text off Nathan, who this guitar belongs to, saying it's going to be a little bit late. So gave me another bit more time, and what I've done is now, there you go. I don't know, the light's not very good in here now because it's got a bit dark outside, but there's the guitar all finished. We've got truss rod cover back on. I've set the truss rod correct, so we've got a nice little bit of relief in there. Like I say, I've altered the height of the pickup so we get the same volume from a pickup, so I've altered the height of a bridge, done the intonation. A couple of little things I've done is tighten up the strap holders as I do. Made sure I've tightened up all the 10mm hexagon nuts on this tuners, and I've checked the tuners at the back with a screwdriver, make sure we're alright. We've had a fret polish and a neck oil, a good clean all round, which I've just done. The electrics have been checked, everything works alright, no crackle, no fizz. And we steamed that little nick out of the neck there. That for this, he texted me, asked me how much I was charging him, and I told him, and he says, oh wow, brilliant, because I've only charged him for an intermediate setup on this, because it's been an easy guitar to work on. I've not had to do any electrics, I've not had to cut the nut even though I checked the nut, so I wasn't going to charge him for a complete setup, even though it's more or less what he's had because everything's been checked. But I've got an intermediate on there, so basically he's had a regular, well, he's had a better than a regular setup. So that's all done now. Like I said, the guitar's all been cleaned, wiped over. There's no fret buzz anywhere. The frets are all level anyway. Another reason I wasn't going to charge him a full setup, I hadn't had to work on any frets because they were all absolutely level, even though we were all checked. So there you go, one of a satisfied customer. You know, that's this guitar wrapped up, and finally, this really, and honestly, this really is the end of this video now. This has been Victor Christian. I've already told you all my hoo-ha where I am, you know where I am, you know where the websites are. So till next time, be good to each other, and I'll talk to you soon.